Generic greetings and welcome back once again to a fairly chilly prison architect. Today's beverage is a nice hearty and warming bovril. So welcome back to the game where previously we were changing things up a little bit. We've got this fruit orchard in, we've got in some more farming just across the board really. We've got a lot more farming, so more vegetables and things like that. We got some more inmates and obviously put in another cell block. Overall, things are going quite well. We have decent money, decent cash flow. It's not burnt down yet, even though it's all made out of wood. So pretty happy with progress. In this one, I want to try and do the advanced staff training. We want to go for maybe even overproduction. In fact, I'm going to pick that up now just to sort of crack on with that one. In fact, a lot of it will be quite easy. So selling, and then we're going to do that. And that's going to be at least one of those done, yes. And then over to here, we got carrots. I will sell. Sorry, sell. That's a search. Let me sell and sell and sell all of these. Basically, anything that I can sell. Please put that box of potatoes down. I'm just going to sell on there. So we've basically done half of it now. We need to do cabbage, apples, peaches, and bananas, which will require some more trees. So you know what? Let's sort that out. So we want apple trees. We want to go for that. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just get it done. I don't think there's going to be many big changes in terms of the trees. So there we go. There's all of that, and that should hopefully get that sorted. There's also this bit up the top here, which, yeah, this was originally going to be the pantry, but we've moved it over to here. I think this will, eventually just become a bit of a flower garden or something like that, even if it's just for, looks. So those have all been placed. Let's go ahead and look at the advanced staff training. So I'm going to have to go to some reclaimed wood wall, and I want to have in the training room. That will suffice, and actually let's make it a little bit bigger like that. And then this is going to have in the doors, and it's going to be in a staff door. Double staff door will go in there, and this is going to allow us to do some advanced staff training. So not only is that for grants, and why is the danger level flying right up? Prisoners shackled in their cells in a solitary and unnecessarily searched recently. I'm not too sure why. Let me just check the needs there. There's a huge need for warmth. Let me just... I'm guessing it's just because there's lots of people working outside. Yeah, there's people trying to water crops when it's 0 degrees, which, okay, that's fairly understandable. Anyway, you can see all of these peach trees and the things are now in, so we'll do that. Let's continue on here. Oh, that's because of the way I've done it. It's now requiring an entrance, which... Okay, we'll put in a door there, and then it will build it, and then I'll have to delete some stuff around either side. It's not a big problem, it just is what it is. And then we'll do the advanced staff training, so that will be called control. I don't know if we can do any sort of preventive maintenance, subsidence, or anything like that. I'll look at the things that we can do, and once this is done, I will dismantle that door. Yes, very much dismantle that door, and then demolish these walls like so, and then it's going to be a training room. We also want a classroom as well, because for, say, guard taser certification, you do need a classroom rather than a training room. It just is what it is, and I don't like the lights there. There are fairly terrible. Let me bring them down, and like that. So we'll get some power in here. That should do. In terms of water, we're going to go for a hot water pipe to there, and then we'll put a radiator in there, and then obviously we need to get this all in. So we'll put a blackboard there. We'll put an office desk in. Oh no, we won't put that office desk in there. We're not using those office desks. We're going to use the desk. It's going to be the desk fancy, and we need to put in some chairs, which you can put in any amount of chair. We need to put in first aid, rat trap, grit bin, which you can't rotate, which I'm always curious about that one. And then we need to put in chairs, chair yellow, or swivel chair. Swivel chair? Should we just put loads of swivel chairs in? Like that. I mean, we can. Oh, I like them like that, where they're like sort of staggered. Quite like that. A bit of a different take on things. Let me go with wooden floor. And it won't place it there for some reason. Because that's not indoors, apparently. How curious. Foundations, wall. Let's place the foundations in. Let's prioritise that. Just weird that that hasn't done it. Oh, it's because we placed a bit here and a bit there, and then it went... Yeah, it went a bit all over. Okay, well, I've prioritised that. They'll come along and they'll place that in. There and then there, and that'll be generated, and then I can place the flooring in. Yeah, good. Okay. You can see, luckily, I don't really have to worry too much about the inmates. They're just doing their thing. There's all of our pantry and such. So I don't know what the auto sell rate is. Let me go to policy. It might be under there if there is one. So policy, and we're going to go down to continuous planting. Yes, crop type is natural crops. Continual fertilizer is not, because we don't need to do fertilizer. That increases the yield, but let's be honest, the size of the farms is totally fine. Search frequency and search type, no. Ingredients, important ingredients 8, fresh ingredients 721. You can see in the kitchen, there's loads of tomatoes and peaches. Yeah. And Beckwith, who is taking a keen interest in here. I guess I need some more fridges as well. So tall fridge. I can put them like that. Like so. That should do. That should be more than enough. And that stores them indefinitely. Okay, good. Looks like the training room is in. So now we can run. I really like that. I really like the look of that. All these swivel chairs like offset. Reminds me of like the briefing rooms. Yeah, okay, so fire safety training, first aid training, cold control. Fire safety, I'm not going to bother with fire safety training. We'll do cold control and first aid. I haven't got fire safety training in. Because we haven't really got fire extinguishers about the place. Which could be a downside. I also do need as well, and people did mention in the last episode, that basically we haven't got the radiators because they don't clone. And that's why there was a huge problem with cold here. Fair point, well made. Let's sort that out. Temperature, there you go. These are all saying about power, but power cable does run along there, so that's fine. And so 5 staff members completed the cold control training, pest control or electricians. Pest control we don't have on. Cold control, I'll go for electricians. We'll run that as well. So, fine. There is all of our fridges, and we can see there is potatoes and carrots in there. The problem that you have doing this, though, is that when you go to store them, they will store them in the fridges, but then I don't think you can sell the stuff. So they are putting the stuff in the tall fridges. So there's oranges. Yeah, oranges, potatoes, carrots, etc. So we need to sell apples and cabbages. Cabbages, apples, peaches, and bananas. So I'm going to have to see about here. There's peaches, sell object, 2%. There's bananas, sell object. I'm also going to... I can't. I'm going to dump all of the ingredients that we brought in. And also, truth be told, sell. We sell all of those. It's not a ridiculous amount of money, but yeah, it is what it is. Let me put in some fire suppression over here. Although we don't have events on, so we can't get fires. So I'm not gonna bother. So we don't really need to run fire safety. I'm gonna run the electricians because it's part of the grant. Learn how to deal with faulty wiring. I think you can get faulty wiring from Found Luxuries, Dylan Town. Yeah, I think you get faulty cables from rats chewing through... Let me sell some stuff here, apples and such. Rats chewing through the cables, as well as as well as strikes, electrical faults from strikes from lightning. So that's how that works. Right, okay, so workers are cracking on doing their thing. Let's see about putting in maybe a bit of flooring. Let's treat ourselves to a little bit of flooring. So, over to flooring, naturally, and to the wooden dock, which is 40 a square. Let's not build it that way. We just don't need it like that. We're going to run it around here. This is where the most of the traffic will be. And actually, there's me out of cash. So there's the end of that. Foreman, due to some logistics error, receiving extra supplies. Oh, well, that's good. Hopefully it's something we can use. If I go to sell object, can I do this? I can. I can sell all of that. Okay, there is a way to sell some stuff there. Oh, and cabbages. We've actually sold all the cabbages now that we need because they were stored there. There is loads of tomatoes. Oh, they brought in the ingredients here, even though I dumped them. Ah, and they're actually making some like tomato... Well, it just says tomatoes. I wonder if it's just like tomato soup of some kind. With like nice hint of basil on there. Lovely. Okay. So I've still got this farm work safety. I'm going to stop that because it's just going to cost us money. It was more of a reminder, but I'll be going through the list anyway. Foundation Education Program. Interesting. 12 are interested in doing it. So I might knock that up on the priority list a little bit. Okay. So what do we need to sell? Apples, peaches, and bananas. So I'll just keep checking that. In these tall fridges, nothing there. More stuff has been stored. So there's carrots and potatoes. So it's bananas, peaches, and apples, which, to be fair, obviously it takes a while for these trees. They go from immature to mature. And oh, look at all the peaches and the oranges. Oh, okay. Right, hang on. Sell. And oh, we don't need to sell oranges. My mistake. Okay. Oh, I wonder if Scott Beckwith here. You just saw them come along there. I wonder if they come along and have stolen something. Yeah, they've stolen oranges because they want to... That's classed as luxuries. It's also, I believe, an ingredient to make... Yeah, to make, well, booze, basically, but it's narcotics. There's apples. We do need to sell apples. Sell object. Look at all the tomatoes. Loads. Oh, yeah, bowls of tomato soup. People are eating. I don't know if there's a way to turn off food being brought in. I guess we could, under... There's crop distribution. I could turn off crops from here. So we don't bring in food from here. I shall see. I think I prefer those storing things in the pantry. There you go. Okay. So 7 grand remaining. What do we actually need? Well, as I said, selling apples. There we go. So it's just peaches and bananas now. So double checking all the fridges. Just lots of potatoes. We got some inclement weather detected. It is a weak storm coming in. Okay. Just going to double check our heating. Heating is totally fine. There's a grant completion payment. What will that be? Oh, of course, it will be the staff training. Yeah, it'll be staff training. The main one we want is first aid training. That's the main one. However, grants. Inmate nutritional research. Yeah. Don't think I'm going to pick that up just yet. I will run it, but not for now. Green energy goal 8. 1 green energy source of each type will be delivered free of charge. Okay. Well, I'm going to sell 2 of them, which is going to be the normal, like, solar panels in the And solar panels and wind turbines. However, I will put in some more wind solar hybrids. I don't know what our overall export is these days. Not sure. Let me dump all of these wheat seeds because they've just been sort of hanging around a bit. So we'll do that. Okay. So like I said, I did want to put in some more walkways. That was the ideal thing to do. Especially down to the canteen. Like that. But that's too expensive for now. But it does make it look a lot better, that's for sure. Okay. That's fine. Staff members, however, I was going to say not staffing that. They are now. That's okay. So I need to sell some bananas and loads of peaches. The peaches, we have mature trees. We've had some yield. There's some more peaches. Let me sell that. So we're up to 62% on peaches, 60% on the bananas. And I'm hoping that once I've stopped selling all of these, obviously they will go through and we'll get more stuff. So I'll cycle through and make more than just tomato soup. Other things will be available. So they'll just obviously give bananas and peaches and stuff. That's okay. Let me just check the fridges there. So we've got potatoes, carrots. We've got the cabbages over here. And then loads and loads of tomatoes. Tomatoes have been the big one, really. And eventually, yes, we will go for automation. Just double check our green energy goals. There should only be one, which is past solar panel development. It would be nice to do that, to do the solar panel development. However, we just don't have the workforce at this stage. Let's go with... I'm running all these programs, which is fine, which is kitchen safety and hygiene, pharmacological treatment to drug addiction, alcoholics group with no one passed, 3 passed for parole hearing. I wonder what we're like on grading. 5 prisoners being released, 10 must be released before we get some sort of grading. Oh, we do have more mysterious crates, so we'll have a look at that. And we always seem to look at these in the dark. Okay. I told them to search it, and I didn't really mean that. Search in progress. No, can't do anything about it. They're going to get searched. Right, so, search. It is a remote door. Sell. And search, it is a... Oh, it's an advanced searchlight. We'll sell that object too. We might as well sell some of these items in here. Like beds and such like that. Might as well sell all of those. Okay, good. Right. How are we doing for farming? I think we're alright. Let's get a bit more flooring in. We'll go with this wooden dock. Want these to come around and along. It's going to come along and do that. Once we have the funds. We're still on positive funds, so I'm not too worried. Oh. Bit of fighting, is it? First time that I've seen that or even noticed. TJ Wenzel, injured. Neo Emerson, attacked prisoner and found weapons and were now unknown reputations. I wonder why they've attacked them. Is it because they've got... Well, they do have a trait. Both of these guys have traits. So one of them could have snitch or ex-law enforcement or something similar. It is possible. Let me go for wiring here and just double check that, yeah, the phone taps are all connected, which is all good. So, yeah. Okay. We will see about that one. Just putting in a bit more flooring where we can. And it's not just a totally visual thing, you understand. It does actually provide better access for everybody involved. especially around here. Because obviously the guards and staff have to come to and from the staff room over to the security, things like that. We have more severe weather detected. It is spring, so it could still be a storm. It is a weak storm. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. It should be fine. There's loads of oranges. I like the way they just sort of drop from the tree. A little bit longer now and we'll have a good yield from the banana trees and the peach trees. There is some peaches. Sell object. There's only a few there. But I mean, we've got potatoes and carrots. So I'm hoping those are going to be... Dump that ingredient and dump that ingredient. See, I don't want any of the other ones in. I don't want to be bringing in food. Because it should all be now. It should all be fresh ingredients. Yeah, it's all fresh ingredients now. Loads of fresh ingredients as well. Which is, well, there's going to be a fight over the bits of bacon, I would imagine. But tomato soup. Lots and lots of tomato soup. Let's go ahead and go to sell. And just going to sell. Say that. Just to get me a bit more money. And once again, a bit more flooring. Let's bring this down. We want to go in here. Naturally, all of this eventually will be changed up to something a bit more than just fencing. I haven't put in the reinforcement, actually. That's one thing I wanted to do, rebuy reinforcement, but it's very expensive. And we've only had one problem with it around here. One bit of subsidence. And then it didn't really matter anyway because it's a double-skinned wall. So nothing should be able to be thrown in. I don't think it has been. So, not that we have any informants to lean on. So it's just now, as far as I can tell... Ooh, negative. Prisoner reoffending fine. Let me have a quick look at that. Release prisoners. Zagara reoffended 5 grand. Okay, so that's why we're in negatives. Bit of a shame. We're running seriously low on cash. Yes, we are. We don't have a grant. When we can probably get a grant. Sorry, a loan. We can get a loan. Tracker pilot scheme is the default option as well. Manufacturing facility. Tool cleanup would be good, but we need at least 40. Crackdown on drugs is 30 prisoners and 40 prisoners for tool cleanup, and we've got 24. So, I think bank loan, quick build, custom cloning. We go again. And, oh, there's our payday. So, that is going to be bananas. And we get money for the bananas and money for the... Money for the bananas and money for... Oh. Interesting. Money for bananas and money for the grant. However, overproduction... It says available in 116 hours and 30 minutes. It is a repeatable grant. That's interesting, because I don't recall that existing. Admittedly, it's been a long time since we've done any level of farming in any of the series. But I mean, once this is up and running, we can just cycle overproduction constantly. Okay. That's curious. Prisoner reoffending rate. It's 50%. And we need to get it to under 30%. But we will do inmate nutritional research probably first. There is loads of money we just spent. Okay. Fine. Staff-wise, we've only got 4 cooks. It feels like we should probably do some more. Probably hire some more. Yeah, we could do with some more. There's all of the farming. And what happens now is you can see that there's a lot of these crops have not been replanted because we couldn't afford to do that. That's why the carrots have not been replanted. So that's why you want always a little bit of money in the when you're doing a farming facility. Okay. Well, I will do inmate nutritional research. You don't get any money for running this. But we will do... Let's see. A low quantity and low variety meal, I think. Low and low. So that's a low quantity, low variety meal for inmate nutritional research. You have to do that for 2 days. And then we do high variety and high quantity meals. But danger level is low. We have farming, which is good. We have lots and lots of produce, which is excellent. Don't know why the oranges are just all left there. I know the workers are coming along to bring them into the pantry, but they want to go right at the top and in that way. So actually, I think most of these fridges are fairly full. Okay, well, we are probably going to... Oh my good grief. Yep, that's a lot of stuff being brought in. See all these trucks are backed up. Yeah. And we've got a fallen tree. Let me dismantle that. Which you actually get some wood off it. Which is useful. But yeah. We've got a lot of stuff coming in. This is a bit of a logistical nightmare. Not only do we have 12 workers working to build here, we also have all of the seeds coming in and sort of export stuff going out. It says we're at negative cash flow, and that could be true. I still haven't got my helipad in here as well, and I really wanted it to go here, but it hasn't happened. It's not too much of a drama. Either way, farming is going very well. People are working in the kitchen there too. We've got more trees. We've got plans for more inmates, building obviously this. Now naturally there's going to be a lot to do here. I need to put in all of the heating, all of the wiring, all the utilities, all the connections for door servos and that sort of thing. But progressing on, I believe, quite nicely. Just need to keep an eye on the daily cash flow, really. See how we get on there. Obviously, we can sell a lot of produce because a lot of it is just sort of sitting around and is going to expire. Because I need more fridges in here, probably, actually. Fridge. There you go. I can get another bank loan. My current bank loan is 25,052 generic units of currency, which is very strange. Let me prioritize the building of that. Because they're storing it here, whereas they should be storing it here. There you go. So as soon as these goes in, the fridges, I'm guessing the guys in the kitchen will pick all of the tomatoes and put them in there. Will they do any of what I've just said? Probably not. Are they going to do that? No? Some of it's even going off. It might be because I've only just got them in. Or do I need the other fridge is the question. Ah, yes. No. Fridge. I might need a tall fridge in here. I think that's what it is. Right. Next episode, we will finish this. Wiring, water, heating, all of the cables to go in, and then look at kitchen. I'll probably keep those fridges. No, I'm going to get rid of those fridges because we don't need, if those can only store these ingredients, I don't need those. I think it's a tall fridge. We'll do it. We'll do a test. We will do a test. That is probably the fair one. Sell object. There's loads of money, and then loads of money there as well. And we've still got more stuff that we can sort out and bring in. Okay, let me actually let me do the test now. Actually, fridge, tall fridge. I'm just gonna put it there. Like say experiment. If I put the tall fridge in here and all of these tomatoes get brought into there, although they're probably going to cook them up. Looking at that. I know there's still more in the corner. Let's see. Here's the tall fridge coming in. And There's some food waste. Oh no, bananas they are putting in this fridge. So I don't know if it's that tall fridge or not, because they've just now moved them out of that fridge. I don't know. That's a future me problem. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, we will go from there. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. And generic partings.